Hello, I'm Nick Field. I am Artist in Residence here at London Metropolitan Archives, and I'm currently researching for a project called Streetlife London, which explores the rich, diverse history of London's streets and all the incredible life that happens upon it. Pageantry, fairs, markets, lots of different angles. And I'm looking at items in the collection to look for inspiration for poems and digital artwork. And this is an item that I've discovered which I've completely fallen in love with regarding Bartholomew Fair, which was a major event that happened annually in London for 300 years. And I wanted to find out a bit more about it, so I've invited Jeremy, one of our graphic archivists, to talk to us about this object. Hello Jeremy, thank you for joining us. So, this is a very rare, unusual piece. In terms of what we see going on in the actual image itself, what does it tell us about the time or the understanding of the time?
Well, all the people look quite sweet and innocent,
yeah,
which by all accounts is not necessarily the case of who was attending the fair at the time.
It was quite a debauched
yeah.
thing that happened I think it was annual and it would happen for 3 days. 3 or 4 days.
A lot of its life it was 3 days,
yeah,
but for a period it was for much longer, up to 2 weeks.
Okay, so on the streets of London, for a certain amount of time every August, suddenly this incredibly rambunctious, slightly licentious, a bit debauched fair would occur, and obviously it was quite a kind of major cultural event. So if we look a little bit at some of the things that are going on in the print itself, here we see somebody being pickpocketed, and you mentioned that was something that was very common in terms of the understanding of Bartholomew Fair.
People who visited the fair at all dates that it was running, right up to 1855 when it closed, spoke about it as a place you had to be careful, and you would be tricked into going to help somebody who would pretend to fall over. And when you got up, you'd find your cloak and your hat and your wallet had all been stolen.
So there's an element of kind of slightly kind of dangerous. Anything could happen at any moment.
Yeah. It's a lovely, beautiful, interesting image, but what we're missing entirely is the cacophony that went on at the fair, the noise and the smells.
Yes.
Because as well as there being food being prepared at every corner, all kinds of foodstuffs, there would also be musicians and people shouting out all the time. So it's a rather quiet image we've got here.
It does seem very calm, and yet here we have a child with a spear, which I'm kind of interested in. I don't know, was that something that would have been common for the time?
It was common to buy a toy for your child on going to any sort of fair.
Yeah.
I think they called them fairings,
right.
So little novelties that the child could take away. And this fair, Bartholomew Fair, was notable in particular for the sale of dolls.
Right.
And what I really love, you probably know this, they called them Bartholomew babies.
Right.
It's charming, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really charming.
And you'd buy this doll in a box, and
yeah.
that was your Bartholomew baby.
And what I really like here as well is we see a woman in a dog chariot.
Yes, miniature cart, isn't it? Probably just a fun ride.
Yeah, right. We've got here a woman who appears to be tickled under the chin. I'm not sure what's going on there.
A lot of the people who were selling food on the street were seen, rightly or wrongly, as being fair game for attention of that kind.
Right.
And there was quite a crossover between street selling and prostitution.
Okay, so perhaps that's a nod to that in the image. And then here we have as well various entertainments. We've got rope dancing. What sort of entertainments do you think we would have seen at these kind of events?
Theatre was quite a big thing. They'd do little one-act plays and the peep show, which is really interesting there. These huge boxes that people could carry around to fairs strapped to their backs.
Thank you so much, Jeremy, for showing me more about this fascinating item, and it's one of hundreds of thousands of really interesting, fascinating pieces within the collection here at the London Metropolitan Archives. And I'm really excited about working on this. I think it's going to become a poem, and I'm going to be drawing on the stories, the interactions, the social elements of this piece and what it tells us, but also the archival elements of it as well, what it is as an archival object and as an art history object as well. So thank you so much.